What up, YouTubers? This is your girl Nick coming to you, giving you an update on what's going on in my life. As far as the Vyvanse, I'm still trucking on and doing good. It's handling my binges for now. I've been on Vyvanse for 23 weeks at this point. Since my last video to today, I've lost 1 pound. I want to say yay me, but I've been gaining and losing the same 4 pounds for the past month. Um, I was doing, still doing pretty good. And then about 3 weeks ago, it was Shark Week, and I binged like 4 days. I could not stop eating, and I gained 4 pounds. So I've been trying slowly to like get that back off and get back down to 204. I'm 205.6 today. But I have Shark Week coming up next week, so I'm a little nervous that I'm gonna have a repeat of what happened last time, where I'm gonna be like uncontrollably binging and gain weight again, and it's gonna be defeating and frustrating. So I've been talking to my therapist about it. She's given me a couple of good tools, whereas kind of like she gave me, for those of you who've had asthma or have children who have asthma, there's an asthma action plan for green, yellow, and red, and it tells you things to do when you get in those levels. We kind of came up with something like that for the binging. So, when there's no thoughts of food, no urges to binge, things to do then. Once those thoughts start creeping in, things to do, kind of check in with yourself. Okay, am I really hungry? Is this boredom? What's triggering, the thoughts of food? And then things to do once it hits red. And then in addition to that, we've talked about this week um, about trying to do other things to be mindful and to use distractions. So we came up with, like getting an adult coloring book and start doing that again, because I really hate journaling. So we came up with doing, some adult coloring, or going for a walk to get myself out the house and, do something other than eating. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next week with my binges and the urges for binging. I'm really nervous, but we'll see. Keto is still going good. I know that it's working as far as handling my blood sugars, because I'm still wearing the meter. I have a little fixed tape over to make it look cool, but still wearing the meter. And my blood sugars have been pretty good. Very rarely do they even get over 100, even with eating. I think like 2 hours after my last meal last night, I think it spiked to like 107, which is like nothing. Um, my blood sugars, I've noticed, have been more either normal between like 70 and 100, or sometimes they're low. I noticed, as far as I know, the lowest it's gotten this week was like 55, but I was completely asymptomatic. I didn't have any symptoms of hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar. I was perfectly fine. So I think that, keto is helping me with that. And I'll be interested once I hit 3 months on keto. It's been about a month and a half. I'll be interested to see if keto has brought down my A1C. Coincidentally, I had my physical after a week on keto, and my A1C went from 5.6 to 5.5. My endocrinologist thinks that after 3 months, I'll be able to get it down as low as 5.2. So that would be awesome. Excuse me. And I also want to see if keto has kind of reset my pancreas. So I have a high insulin levels. I have insulin resistance. I do not have diabetes or pre-diabetes yet. I'm fighting, getting there. But I do have insulin resistance and high insulin levels. So I'm curious to see if keto has like reset my pancreas so that it produces normal levels of insulin and not high levels of insulin anymore. So I'm curious about that at 3 months too. As far as keto, I have been trying to find some good resources to get information, because the information that's out there on the keto boards and on different websites, it's all over the place. Very conflicting information, which is very frustrating. So I have like an appointment with a keto coach. It's a free appointment for a consult. You'll see how that goes. I still have my nutritionist that I fell away from a little bit just because life got busy, but I see her on Monday. I see her in a couple days. So I'll be interested to see what she says. I plan on bringing my food log and we go over that and come up with an actual meal plan. I actually found online, and looking at it now, this 21-day keto diet from my keto coach, myketocoach.com. I printed it out. That kind of gives over, and it's a quick and dirty overview. The book's not very big on what is keto, gives a food list of things to eat or not eat. It has 2 different meal plans. One is like an actual 7-day meal plan on like this is what you eat and that's it. It has another one called a 7-day swap in and out meal plan, which I really like. It just gives you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a snack, and then it gives you columns of fat, protein, carbs. So like for example, for breakfast, under fat, you pick 3. So it could be like half an avocado, a tablespoon of MCT oil, and a tablespoon of grass-fed butter. And then you have under protein, you select 2. So it can be 2 whole eggs and 2 pieces of bacon. And then on the carbs, which is optional, you can have a cup of spinach, broccoli, kale, or bok choy. And then you use that algorithm to figure out, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. And under snack, you can have 2 fat bombs, or like 2 pieces of bacon and an ounce of cheese, or a fatty coffee or tea, which is basically bulletproof coffee or tea. And you follow it for at least seven days, but you can extend it out, longer than that to kind of get you started on how to eat keto. So I think I'm going to start following that and see if that makes a difference, because I haven't really lost much on keto. I've been gaining and losing the same like 4 pounds. I lost, okay. So I'm 205. So I've lost 7-8 pounds on keto, but I've been like gaining and losing the same like 4 pounds for the past month. So I guess keto is working for me, but I'm like, I just keep going around these same 4 pounds, and it's frustrating. So I'm trying to find out more information on how to make this more efficient and how to do better at keto. And, if I'm doing anything wrong, to try to fix that so that, I'm losing more, because I see all these other people in the keto boards, and even in the time span that they've been on keto for as long as I have, and they've dropped way more weight than I have. And I don't know if that's because they were a lot more unhealthy than I was before they switched to keto, whereas I was already doing a 1,200 calorie diet and I was doing carb counting. So it wasn't as big of a shock to go from that to keto, versus like if you were like eating McDonald's 3-4 times a day every day and then go to keto, your body's going to be more of a shock. So maybe that's part of the reason why they've lost more weight in the same time span as me. But it's frustrating because I'm so close to getting the Wonderland. And being out of the 200s, like that's my next really big goal, is to get to Wonderland. I've even had some shirts made up. Yes, I'm like that. I made a t-shirt and a tank top that says like made it to Wonderland. So, I just that's my next big goal, is to get out of the 200s. I've kind of readjusted my goals a little bit. Like initially I was like, oh, I want to make it to my dream weight of like 140. Honestly, I really just want to get down to like 170, and I think I'd be happy. I'd be pretty happy if I got to 170 by the time I got pregnant. So, I'm definitely starting to feel the crunch with that, because it's now June. We're going to start trying in like 6 months for a kid. So like the pressure's on to lose this weight, because I want to be as healthy as I can be, coming into trying to have a pregnancy, and be healthy for my kid. What greater motivation is that than to be healthy for your child? And that's really what's made the difference, and it has allowed me to lose 40 something pounds at this point, is just being healthy for a kid in a pregnancy. It was a great motivator for me. The only motivator for me. I've never successfully lost any weight before I had this motivation. So I say all that, say that, things are going well with Vyvanse. It's definitely helping. We'll see what happens with Shark Week. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see. I have some extra tools in place for that. I keep saying this, but I'm going to start working out. I really hate working out. I'm lazy as fuck. But I'm going to try. I bought some weights from Walmart, some like 10-pound weights so I can start like lifting, get some muscles. I got a little bit of muscle still there, but I want to get some muscles again. That'll help too with my metabolism. And then try to buckle down and learn some more about keto and see if there's anything I can be doing different, if there's any mistakes I'm making so I can correct them. So that's what's going on. So if you guys have any questions, please put them down below. Comments, I always read them and I respond to them. I love you guys' comments. I really do. If you like my page, please subscribe. If there's anything you want me to cover, please just let me know and I'll try to make a video on it. Until next time, guys. See ya.